Alright, hello and welcome to the Marvel Snap deck highlight. Today is the last day of the season for the Agent Venom season, so I thought it'd be cool to go over two of the better Agent Venom decks, see how well they are doing, and just kind of talk about the card as a whole before we get into the new season. And so an interesting observation that I at least noticed from the trend of the recent two season pass cards in Hawkeye, Kate Bishop, and Agent Venom is it seems like they are moving in the direction of more support cards rather than like meta defining cards. So instead of like you build a card around this deck with something like Phoenix Force, you're getting very supporty cards where Agent Venom and Hawkeye, Kate Bishop, are just kind of generically good cards, right? You don't need them for a deck, but they enhance a lot of decks. And I also think we're seeing that with next month, because when the cards were leaked for next month, we had it was Gore was supposed to be the season pass card. Gore got changed for Suitor, which I think is interesting because Gore is a card you build around, whereas Suitor is a card that is generally going to support your deck. Like, it's going to be generally supporting and being generically good in all decks. Like, right, you play any deck that plays big things, guess what? It's going to be nice to have him there.
Power must be controlled.
We win by 1 on left. But yeah, so I think we see that here, and Agent Venom is certainly that. He's just a generically good card, right? He's not going to make or break any of your decks, but he is going to be nice to have in a lot of your decks. Also, if you enjoy this type of deck, I'm thinking about doing it maybe at the end of every season. Consider subscribing and letting me know in the comments that this is something you want to see, and I can do more of it. So, I guess going into it, the two decks that I'm going to look at for Agent Venom are the Sera kind of flourish deck, I guess, where you play Sera and a bunch of things that Agent Venom hits well, like Cassandra Nova and Hitmonkey. That you're just going to, all of Agent Venom's hits are going to be good hits, and then you run a bunch of tech cards because it's Sera, and it feels great. The nice thing here is when Agent Venom hits Mysterio, both of the Mysterio clones will also have 4 powers, so you're going to have a 212 effectively, which can be really good, obviously. I just want to get Bast out of my hand. I don't know. I can't really Kate Bishop with my hand like this. And then the other deck that I'm going to be playing is a bounce deck where I think Agent Venom has found a pretty solid home. So I don't think it's any surprise there necessarily that that's the other deck that you'll be seeing. I think these two decks are the two best standard Agent Venom decks. There might be other decks that are also doing well, but I would say these are the two that are, like, you know, really carrying the metrics. I don't think our US agent's going to be doing a whole lot. This should... Actually, if we're being smart, we should do this. This will guarantee we lose priority, and then we have Bang. Oh my goodness. Shang doesn't do anything for us, so dead card there. We can play US Agent, Vulture, Hawkeye, Hitmonkey. I don't think US Agent's really gonna do anything. I could see a Sage play there. I think this makes more sense because if they're gonna play Sage, I would play Sage to try and contest this lane. So this will give us power here and here. We tied left. We won middle. Oh, we lose breaker. That's tough. They did Sage left, but the way we actually ended up playing left didn't help them that much because there were only 3 cards that were different power sources. And it's not like we could have played Hitmonkey right to win because then the raccoon would have gained power. And then would have won by 1. Actually, we would have tied right. Then we would have lost middle. I mean, still a close game. I think you're seeing the power of the deck nonetheless. Alright, hopping into game number 3, the last one for this deck in particular. Unfortunately, Mysterio is already in hand, but we also have Sera and Hitmonkey, so should be a pretty good game for us overall. We have a pretty good curve here of Agent Venom into Cassandra Nova. And then, you know, something. Ooh. I didn't realize this had that cool of an animated effect. Guess I'll upgrade it after this game. We can't play Iron Man. Unfortunate. I mean, do we need Sera? Master Mold? It's not that great. Hydra Bob's also not that great. We'll do this and then just Sera middle. We'll just let the Nebula get the 1 pop now. We also don't necessarily need the Sera. I still think Sera's probably the right play, because we could Iron Man and then play Demon, Mysterio, Hitmonkey, but Sera lets us play Hitmonkey, Mysterio, Demon, Bast. And then if we pull Hawkeye or US Agent, we can also play that. Granted, no beneficial things to US Agent once again. We get a 4 power swing here. They go down to 19, so we need to play 9 power here. No, they go to 19, we go up to 14. So we need to play 5 power there. If we play Demon, we can do that. It's only 3 cards, though.
Opponent snapped.
We do this. Should win.
I am Iron Man.
Yeah, that snap was weird, huh? I didn't even think about Hydra Bob moving.
Victory.
I guess they were worried about me winning left instead of winning middle. Yeah, but I mean, that's just kind of the flexibility of the deck, right? Like, we had a super good Hit Monkey hand, but because of the way the board ended up playing out, Iron Man ended up being the better play. So that's just kind of why this deck is so good, and also has to do with US Agent just being a super flexible card. Like, the +4 on Iron Man, right, is insanely valuable. Alright, and then for the second deck, I just wanted to showcase Bounce, because I think Bounce is more traditionally where I think you find Agent Venom. I think there's a lot of Sera going around, but I think Agent Venom thrives more in the Bounce setting than in that setting. My personal preference, maybe, I don't know. And then this is also thriving because of Toxin, who also came out this month. Really enabling that, also being a great card to get boosted by Agent Venom. We don't get to see that this game necessarily, but I don't think that's a very shocking point. Also, Skeleton, like, super bad, which I assume is bad for both of our decks based off of the cards we both played, both playing turn 1 Silver Sables. Probably just play Mr. Fantastic next turn, honestly. Kind of just want to open up some space on the board. Or, like, in our hand, I mean, sorry. Not on the board. Plenty of space on the board. Hope that we can get a cheap card. You can do this. Leaves us open for a draw, which will be good. Just looking at what we can play card-wise. They pulled their Black Swan. What? Oh, that's because Mr. Fantastic has getting all thrown off. I think we just do this. I know this takes priority everywhere, which is not ideal.
I am
But
Iron Man. Face the might of Asgard. Mjolnir.
uh-huh. Honestly, Triskelion really messed up the flow of what I wanted to do with my hand, but also we didn't draw half of our bounce cards, right? 2 were still in our deck, and we didn't draw Kate Bishop. Feels bad. It kind of feels like this could be genuinely the best play line, because we know they have Rocket and Silver Sable.
Behold my might. mighty hand.
Yeah, and then we went breaker here. Sometimes you gotta work with what you got.
Victory.
And we had a coincidentally strong ongoing hand. But once again, the Agent Venom helped a lot because of the +4 on Iron Man there. Leading the way a little bit. Alright. Hopping into game number 5? Second game with this deck. Nowhere is pretty not good. It's only like 3 cards we can play in there. Iron Man being one of them, so got a little bit lucky there, I suppose. I'm gonna Falcon, right? Because there's a chance that we pull our Toxin, and I would like to Toxin all these cards. Like, I'd like to Toxin those 2 cards. Like, that's fine. That's not great. High Evo. Interesting. Very interesting. Infinite. That means our Shang getting pulled is exponentially worse than it was moments earlier. Our Silver Sable will win Throne Room. Something to note. Just, you know, some food for thought. Just saying. This is only 5 power. Yeah. Four, 5. They played all their energy. They had +1 because of the hook. Got it. So I'm looking at playing Black Swan here to stop the Nebula pop. The Silver Sable middle will take the buff from War Machine, and then we gain six power here, so just the Cyclops pop doesn't win. They don't snap if they're just infinating, right? Like, surely an infinite with 1 energy leak is not what they just snapped into. Surely they did not just snap because of an infinite with a 1 energy leak. That is not what they just did. Surely.
Hell, can you understand me?
Dude, Marvel Snap players are a different breed. I don't know.
Victory.
Just absolutely smacking this guy around because he thinks that Infinite wins the game. My brother, it does not. Alright, hopping into the last one. But I mean, overall, I guess, thoughts on the card is, I never used the card that much just because the card didn't fall into archetypes that I generally like. Like, I was never a huge fan of Bounce. I just think Bounce has a lot of variation, and I personally know myself as I tend to overthink a lot. So therefore, you know, not conducive to playing bounce if you overthink a lot. So I generally avoid that, and then I don't really like Sera control decks, not really my cup of tea. I did hit Infinite for the first time with Sera control, but just not super fond of it. It's a very lame playstyle in my opinion. Do this. This fills our hand though, huh? Imagine if we had Collector. We'd be loaded right now. No. Oh no.
Victory.
All right. Well, I'll do one more since that was a little fake. But I mean, I'm kind of cruising right now. I don't know. I won what, like 5 of 6 or something. All right, hopping into the last one. But generally, I would say that Agent Venom, super flexible card. I wouldn't say he's like broken or like super strong. He's just super flexible. Just like you wouldn't say Kate Bishop or Jeff is like an OP card, right? They're just generally flexible cards. I understand Jeff's fallen out of favor a little bit, just not as popular. But right, you even when those cards are really good, they weren't oppressive. They were just, you know, good. Kind of the same thing as Agent Venom. Easy to counter. There's an easy counter card if you don't like it in what's his name? Shadow King. So even that can easily keep him in check. We do this. I know we hit the demon, but we hit the hood and ninja, which is just so much more impactful. I am the Sorcerer Supreme. They did not think that through. There is not a chance that they thought. I mean, maybe they did. I'm not living in the world where they thought that was what was going to happen there. So we activate this. Gosh darn it. I really want to Shang this turn. So I can Iron Man next turn, but I think it's actually better if I Iron Man this turn to hold for the Shang next turn, and I'll just play the hood out so I get another demon. I think this is probably the right play. I say super confidently. I was afraid to Shang right because I wasn't confident they were gonna move the monster there.
I am Iron Man.
How much power is Heimdall? Heimdall's 10 now, right? Dude, I'm gonna freaking look it up because I don't remember. That's how often I play against Heimdall. Is he a 6'9"? I swear he got buffed to a 6'10". Am I getting gaslit by Marvel Snap Zone right now? There's no way. Is he really a 6'9", and I'm just like gaslighting myself to think he's like a 6'10" or something? I mean, even whatever. I think we do this, and this covers like everything. I assume they Heimdall middle. Heimdall middle means we Shang their Craven. God, he really is a 6'9". Why did I think he was a 6'10"? I put the demon there, right?
Power must be controlled.
Ah, we lose. That doesn't matter. Man, did they, like, was there a fake patch note that had him at 6'10"? I don't know why I thought he was 6'10". Man, I am just going insane, I guess. Yeah, I mean, I probably shouldn't have played the Iron Man right if I thought they had Heimdall as an output. I probably should have played Iron Man like middle or something to cover this better. Because then that would have left us open to Shang right just to kill the monster, win that, and then, yeah. Anyway, I think still showcased. Agent Venom's a fun card. Good card if you're last minute deciding if you should pick him up. If you like Bounce or Sera Control, I'd say he's a great card to have. If you aren't a fan of those decks, I don't think you're missing out not having him. Anyway, if you guys enjoyed, please leave a like, comment, let me know, subscribe, check that, and I'll see you in the next one.